Hello, my name is Harry Potter, and I am here to tell you about the journey that I have taken in my lifetime. It has been many years since the scar on my forehead has hurt from the evil Lord Voldemort, but the story begins way before that. Here in my hands is a useful tool known as the Pensieve. This book contains memories that I have retained throughout my lifetime and will use to show you today. Now, seeing as you are muggles, non-magic folk, it may be difficult for you to understand some of the spells and terms, but don't worry, I'll take you with me through my memories. Now, before we begin, I must warn you, we are going to encounter some very dark magic, so if you'll please quickly hold up your wands, I will show you some useful defensive spells. Expelliarmus and Stupefy are two spells useful when trying to protect yourself. Simply point the wand at your opponent and yell out the charm.
Expelliarmus!
However, there are three curses that are much more difficult to defend yourself against. These are known as the unforgivable curses. The worst of all is the killing curse, or the Avada Kedavra spell. I am the only person on this earth ever to have survived that curse. The first memory that I have to show you tonight is the night that my mother and father were killed. So please enter the Pensieve with me and witness the long and difficult voyage of Harry Potter.
No, please. No, please don't hurt Harry. Just take me instead. Please don't hurt Harry.
Boy, you don't have to die.
No, take me instead. Do not hurt Harry.
Avada Kedavra. Avada Kedavra. These spells seem to have weakened me.
Get the lights. Because of the sacrifice that my mother made for me that night, something shielded Voldemort from being able to kill me. It was my mother's love. From that night on, I became known as the boy who lived the wizarding world. For the next 11 years, I was sent to live with my Aunt Petunia and Uncle Vernon, both muggles and neither keen on welcoming me into their home. I was given second-hand clothing and bullied by my cousin Dudley. It was not until the night of my 11th birthday that I found out I was a wizard.
Hello, Harry. My name is Rubeus Hagrid, keeper of the keys at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Dumbledore, the housekeeper, sent me here himself.
Hogwarts? I'm sorry, I don't understand.
You've never heard of Hogwarts, Harry? You're a wizard.
A what?
You're a wizard, a great one at that. Now, if you'll come with me, let's get you a wand.
First, and understand this, Harry, because it's very important. Not all wizards are good. Some of them go bad. A few years ago, there was one wizard that went as bad as you can go. His name was...
Well, maybe she wrote it down.
No, I can't spell it. All right. Voldemort.
Voldemort.
Shh. It was dark times, Harry, dark times. Voldemort started to gather some followers. Brought him over to the dark side. Anyone that stood up and ended up dead. Your parents fought against him. But nobody lived once he decided to kill him. Nobody. Not one. Except you.
Voldemort tried to kill me.
That ain't no weary cut on your forehead, Harry. A mark like that only comes from being touched by a curse, and an evil curse at that.
What happened to you?
Well, some say he died. Codswallop, in my opinion. Nope. I reckon he's out there still. Too tired to carry on. But one thing's absolutely certain. Something about you stumped him that night. That's why you're famous. That's why everybody knows your name. You're the boy who lived.
One month later, I took the Hogwarts Express train to the Hogwarts Castle. While trying to enter platform 9 3/4, I met my best friend Ron Weasley and later on that day Hermione Granger. I didn't know it then, but both Ron and Hermione would help me through the darkest points in my life. That night, we were taken by boat over to the Hogwarts castle, where we'd be sorted into one of the 4 houses of Hogwarts: Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, Slytherin, or Gryffindor. When I sat down and put the sorting hat on my head, the most peculiar thing happened. The hat wanted to put me in Slytherin, and in my mind I kept saying, "Not Slytherin, please, anything but Slytherin." And the hat responded by saying, "But I could do great things in Slytherin. But if I insisted, it better be Gryffindor!" I had such mixed feelings. I mean, blimey, the hat was talking to me. But at the same time, relief washed through me. I was not an evil wizard, and I was not going to be put in the same house that Lord Voldemort, the killer of my parents, once was. For the next 4 years, I had run-ins with Voldemort, but he was never truly in human form. You see, ever since the night he had tried to kill me, he had been greatly weakened. It was not until one night, in my 4th year at Hogwarts, that I would be transported by a cup to a graveyard where I would witness the return of Voldemort. This cup was a portkey, which was an object used to carry a person from one place to another simply by touching it. Unfortunately, along with me was a boy named Cedric Diggory. He was killed immediately after arriving there by Lord Voldemort's servant, Peter Pettigrew.
Bone of the Father, unknowingly given, you will renew your Son. Flesh of the servant, willingly given, you will receive your Master. Blood of the enemy, forcibly taken, will resurrect your foe.
Well, me.
Yes, Master.
Dark Lord shall rise again. Welcome, my friend. 13 years it's been. Here you stand before me, as though it were only yesterday. I confess myself disappointed.
Such a handsome boy.
Don't touch him! Harry! Oh, I'd almost forgotten you were here, standing on the bones of my father. I'd introduce you, but word has it you're almost as famous as me these days.
The boy who lived.
How lies affect your legend, Harry. Shall I reveal what really happened that night 13 years ago? Shall I divulge how I truly lost my powers? It was love. You see, when dear sweet Lily Potter gave her life for her only son, she provided the ultimate protection. I could not touch it. It was old magic, something I should have foreseen. But no matter, things have changed. I can touch you now.
Luckily that night I escaped, although I came very close to death. I was transported back to Hogwarts, and it was there that I could never imagine the response that I would get. Whenever I was confused, I always knew to go to Dumbledore, because he always had the answer.